those are the teams that take the momentum and come back and score some points. And that's why we have a 10-9 match right now.
We have a great second half to look forward to here in Lakeland, Florida. We're going to be getting underway in just a minute. And what are you expecting to see?
The same thing. I'm sure both coaches went in at halftime and delineated to the teams that they need to ruck more aggressively. They need to come through the gate. They need to not be in the fringes. The ref was really strict. The last 5-10 minutes of the match laid a lot of lines out in the sand. And I think if somebody violates that, they're going to be playing one man down. They're going to have what you like to call a hallmark moment, John, and they'll be playing with just 14 against 15. The teams I coach say it's simple math. If we play 14 against their 15, we're probably going to lose. It's not rocket science.
Canada set to kick off through Nathan Hirayama, the captain. Had a good first half, knocking back his kicks. Referee Gavin Curtis, whose audio you should be hearing any second. You'll hear his voice in the second half.
White captain.
As Scotty Lavala, the U.S. captain, nods his okay.
Rock and roll. Yeah. I'm going to blow it.
And here we go in the second half. Hirayama gets it started, pushes it down pretty deep there. Tipped by a Canadian hand. Should be an interesting play right here as the ball rolls in a touch. We're going to have a U.S. line out for the tip ball. And Bill Wynn steps back in. Bill Wynn, former NERFU New England select player from Warwick, Rhode Island, playing at Arizona
What you got here?
State out there. Puts the ball to short there to Garrett Lambert.
Keep it up. Keep it up. Off his legs, shush.
And off comes Liam Murphy.
Rock. Rock, no hands.
Now the ball back to Roberts. Roberts' kick nearly taken down by
Away, Red.
DeGood. And there it is as a replacement scrum half comes on and makes an immediate impact for the U.S. as number 21, Steven Sablin. And now the ball moving wide. Cannot hold it, though, as into touch goes number 11, Zach Test.
Great play by the U.S. Way to step in, take control of the game right off the bat. Play was set up by a not-so-hot tackle from the Canadians on that, where he actually pulled the U.S. player back, giving the ball back to the U.S.
Away.
Immediate impact from Sablin there as Tracy's come out and little flips around as Stevie Johnson comes up with it. Rumbles his way forward, the big boy. And Roberts now to the boot. Looking to the corner. Pushes that one too far. And we're going to have a line out to Canada after some good movement. Hamish Roberts pushes it a little wide. And we have Ryan Hamilton, the hooker from Capilano Club, to put the ball in. Finds his mark there.
Advantage, pull it down.
As the U.S. has pulled down a maul, according to the referee.
Free ball.
And
Advantage here still.
Hirayama looking for the advantage, but it's not coming.
Pull it down. Maul was formed. Too late. That's two.
And Hirayama now puts the ball out. Chip, sort of a slow-moving game here. A little, physical, but feeling each other out a lot.
I think both players on both teams got a stern talking to at halftime. They're just trying to assimilate that guidance from their coaches.
Out, 7 white. Now from the side, out, 9 white.
A lot of
Ruck.
caught up ball in there as the ball going into a ruck. Hirayama puts up a high one over the head of Nate Ebner. Ebner knocked in the air, but
You didn't even look at the man. You didn't even look at the ball. You just went straight into his legs.
Great call.
Letting them know what's going on, and off quick they go. Here goes the U.S. Erskine looking for a runner, can't find him. Ball in touch, wasted effort right there.
Scrum down, white ball.
As we get set here, And we have
What you got, mate? In your palm?
some injury time here, and we're going to take the time out of this National Guard Freedom Cup to welcome Sergeant First Class Michael Vassar-Lachaud. Good afternoon or good evening, First Class to Sergeant.
Yes,
How do we
Sergeant.
address you? Are you you're the local guard down here in Florida?
Yes, sir. Local recruiter for the Lakeland area.
Yeah. National Guard, a big new sponsor of USA Rugby. What do you think of the partnership between USA Rugby and the Guard?
I think it's a good partnership. Obviously, it will help us, have face time with some of our target market, the 17 to 20-year-olds, and obviously athletic.
Here's the mark for
And
the
I think it'll
scrum.
be good for the rugby players as well, to see what kind of options the military may have to offer.
All right. Sergeant Vassar, if you'll just stay with us for a couple minutes. We're going to
Okay.
get back to the game and keep you in the booth.
Okay.
How you enjoying the game so far?
Touch.
Good.
Pause,
Yeah.
engage. Get it in.
Here we have McKenzie getting the ball in.
There it is. It's out.
A messy ball around the contact area again. The U.S. has come down with it. Sablin moves it on to Hamish Roberts. Roberts puts up a high one, but again doesn't find his touch. And we're going to come back to you for a line out to Canada. So, Sergeant Vassar, how would you think the National Guard can help prepare young men and women to be better rugby players and citizens?
Well, to help be better rugby players, obviously, this is a team sport. There's nothing individual about what they do. The whole team wins or the whole team loses. And obviously, that's how the military is oriented. It's very team-oriented, and to also take care of your buddy. It's a very, very big, very big team, a very big family. And obviously, this will carry over to a citizen's life as well, through their career or through education.
All right, and we'll get back to our game here for a moment as Canada on the charge. And here comes a ball to Hirayama. Hirayama gets it to Evans. Evans tries to roll out of one.
Rock, no hands.
And a nice ball down. Taylor Mokate screaming onto that. Couple of Canadian runners there. As Sablin has to haul down their fullback
held.
Jones, who was not held. Mokate back in the
Away,
action.
White. Away.
And Canada,
No, that thing's just
the
down.
referee tired of hearing it from these
No, you're
guys.
not.
Ball.
No, 8 White was trapped
down.
in there. Cause the ball to go down. Scrum
And
right.
Sergeant, as a longtime National Guard member, what's the most important lesson you've taken from being a part of the Guard?
Yeah, give it a
Probably the most important lesson that I've taken and that I have seen and I see week to week and day to day is the true desire for America's young men and women to want to serve their country. And I see that all the time. And there's nothing more
Coach!
humbling or
Hold on,
satisfying
we're
when
not
you
ready.
have this
Not ready, not
individual
ready.
and you take them from a citizen to a soldier and
Okay.
they commit to serve their state, their country, and
All set
nation.
now.
All right, USA
Okay,
Rugby
let's
is
line
certainly
up.
proud
Let's
to
do
have
it.
the National Guard as a partner
We're proud
for
as
them
well.
right now.
Coach!
Happy to be here in Lakeland,
Touch!
Florida. Great
Pause,
hospitality down
engage!
here.
Thank you. We appreciate
And
it.
we'll go back to the game. If you want to hang out for another couple minutes, or we can.
Sure.
All right.
Thank you for serving, Sergeant.
Thank you.
Right here, one. Put your
And-
head up, okay? Go in square and steady, please. We've had good scrums.
All right, well, we're going to just say thank you to Sergeant Vassar then,
That way, please.
and have a great night. And thanks once
Crouch.
again,
Touch. Pause. Engage.
as
Have it in.
McKenzie.
No. It's both moving, both sides moving. Here we go. Okay, let's hold the push until the ball's in, please. Crouch. Touch. Pause. Engage.
McKenzie now.
Right.
Replacement number 8 in there, Hirayama. Going to the air this half. These Canadians trying to test out Nate Ebner. Nate Ebner certainly a good player, knocks it back.
Advantage here.
But then
Not
been pushed
done.
forward by one of his teammates. As the
Away, White
moved off.
tackler.
And Pearson and
Advantage is
Poole have come
over.
into the game
Release it.
for Canada.
Rock.
And here it is, Hirayama McKenzie trying to find
Okay,
a little
away,
gap.
White.
Some more hard-hitting Canadians coming in as replacement.
Rock away, White.
Tiedman
5.
comes in.
Away, White. 5.
Replacement prop for Canada. And here is Evans
Rock, no
smashed
hands,
to the
White.
ground by Stevie Johnson.
Back up, White. Back up, White. Wait. Not from the side, 7. Not from the side.
The U.S. looks a little
Rock away,
counter-rucking
White.
there. Keeping it tight. Are the Canadian forwards?
Away, White.
24, Alistair Crow in the game here for Canada.
Away.
As Canada continuing to bash off the
No
side there.
hands, White. Out. Out, White.
And here it is to Hirayama. Traffic in there with somebody being tended to and a knock-on from the Canadians.
Advantage away, red 12. Release it, red 12. Advantage still. Back up on that side. Back up.
Ball now, Mokate now doesn't know what to
Advantage
do with it.
there. Knocked
Got it
on
to
by
Ebner.
red. Scrum down, white ball.
And
I can hold it.
Sean Pittman is down for the U.S. Pittman from Chuckanut Bay up in Bellingham, Washington. Certainly a big lad in the front row there, 6'4", 260.
Amazes me how big some of these kids are.
Big for a 19-year-old, I'll tell you. And here comes his replacement, looking like a Welsh front row forward with some hair there, is number 16, Ryan Fitcher.
Okay, here we go.
Ryan Fitcher, 6'2", 260, same weight, just a bit shorter.
Scrum down.
High school football captain and a wrestler. Let's see what Fitcher can bring to the game,
Crouch.
besides a great haircut.
Touch. Pause. Engage.
Here's Sablin, made an impact so far as this little scrum half. Running off with it, he's got Hirayama to beat, pushes it by, he's got DuCoin. DuCoin cuts back in, and he finds Mokate. Mokate tries to hand one off, and the U.S. running now, but a big hard hit there on Erskine. Sure, he'll be fine as they move it across now, and Ebner in the line has nowhere
Away,
to go.
tackler. Away, 3 red.
Not too much go forward there as Canada pulls the ball away. Now the ball off to the right-hand side. Evans rolls it in behind, but straight into the hands of one of the U.S. wingers, it looks like.
Away, tackler. Away,
Zach
tackler.
Test on that
Back
side.
Up. Back up.
Sablin now finds a runner. Runners somewhere to go as
Rock. Let it go,
Garrett
17
Lambert
red.
comes in there.
Wait.
Garrett Lambert, the youngest player to ever play in the Super League. And this time the ball goes to the boot. Chip to and fro in the second half, 10-9 of the National Guard Freedom Cup. It's Canada over the USA at the moment. It should be an exciting time.
U.S. was making some really great advancements. Nice play in the back line. Everybody taking with pace.
Step off the line,
Just
please.
love the way Adam DuCoin's playing. Always in the right spot, always taking the ball with pace. He's great for you young kids to watch at home. But turning point in that last series of events was the hit by Ian Manley. Stopped all the momentum from U.S.
That was a solid
Rock,
hit there.
away, red. Away, red,
As
4.
The U.S. comes down with this one. Sablin. Now they're moving the ball wide there.
Away now.
Gareth Jones taking the hit.
Don't.
U.S. not making any line breaks so far in this half, as they seem to have turned that one over. But block kick there from Ebner. Rolls in a touch. Good play by the fullback to keep the ball down this end.
Nate's playing a great match. I love the focus, that first high kick by Canada. I love the focus, how he jumped up in the air to get the ball. You can tell he's played a lot. The Canadian player simply didn't just watch the ball at all, just ran right into Ebner, and we got the penalty.
And we got the pleasure of seeing Nate play for the Midwest in the National All-Star Championships last December. That's Canada now. Can't convert. Stevie Johnson comes up with it.
Away, red. Rock, back up. Back up.
And now into the hands of Roberts, puts up the bomb. Runners all over the place. And there he is, number 11. There he goes, Zach Test into the corner. And try awarded to the USA on a phenomenal bomb from Hamish Roberts. Followed up by Zach Test, number 11, comes down with it. And he's earning his dinner tonight, Chip Riggers.
That is some exciting rugby. You notice how when he came onto the ball, he caught the ball, was playing the ball, coming down, at the same time, timed the jump from the Canadian player. So as the Canadian player started to come down with the ball, he actually jumped up through it, taking the ball on. What a great, great play.
And that brings us to 14-10 U.S. over Canada in this National Guard Freedom Cup with a Zach Test try as Hamish Roberts now at an awkward angle.
Looks like his investment to turn down the football scholarship's paying off.
And Zach Test there from Palo Alto, California, plays at the University of Oregon. Says one of his favorite players is Takuzwit Ngwenye, the speedster from the U.S. Eagles side. And certainly he would do Z proud right there with that one.
That was a tremendous match. Tremendous try.
Here we will look at Roberts and his golf swing. And does not hit it. Score remains 14-10 at the National Guard Freedom Cup. U.S. over Canada. Be some excitement going on here as the Canadians aren't going to want to go back with a loss. And the U.S. certainly planning on winning on home soil here.
Yes, sir.
Hirayama now. Puts in a long one, get down into that territory. Important thing for the U.S. here, Chip, be to remain calm as a long kick goes down. Keeping it back on the Canadian side. And
Back up, Red.
Jones,
Back
the
up,
fullback,
Red.
puts up a bomb
There
over
you go,
DuCoin's head. DuCoin has to run back on it. Gets a friendly bounce there, and it's in a touch. U.S. deep inside their own zone. Good play by Jones.
There's no love lost between Canada and the U.S., as you know that, John. The score's 14-10, U.S. up with 15 minutes into the side. We're going to have 25 minutes of great rugby here coming home. It's due to the fact they're only 4 points apart.
U.S. now. Wynn going to put this ball in. And Garrett Lambert comes down safely.
8, leave his leg. So recycle, guys. Out,
Move it
don't
off the
leave the legs
side.
alone. Leave the legs alone. Out now. Out here, 6.
The U.S. has their tail feathers up a little bit now.
Advantage, yes.
Putting a little pressure on this
17.
Canadian side
17
here.
red.
And a nice clean boy for
17
ball
red.
for Hamish Roberts.
17 red.
But it looks like
17 red.
Tiedemann was offsides. And we're going to penalty the U.S. Move it down the other end. That's it. Tiedemann penalized from St. Albert. Has played on the U17 side as well. That was the University of Victoria. As
Oh.
It's a
the
crowd
broadcast
pleaser.
booth gets busted. Let's hope our production team is okay. As
Looks like everybody's okay in there, John.
hopefully,
Luckily, we didn't have to catch it.
yeah, that was quite a shot there from the
Balls away. Balls away. Okay, we're
quite a shot there from in the broadcast booth, and scared me a little bit for a second. Chip, you're a former military pilot. You might be a little less nerve-wracked than I am, but Bill Wynn puts a ball up, and Sablin now gets it to a quick-moving back line, and here comes Jones. Jones gets through one tackler. U.S. really
away,
now a
12.
little more confident in their
Keep
step
backing,
right
keep
now.
backing.
And here comes a big boy, Ryan Fitcher. Big blonde
Away.
hair. Flying through there. Now Roberts looks long with this one. Jones well positioned.
Back up, Red.
Puts in a long one. Ebner has to go back on it deep inside his own
He's got
zone.
plenty of time, John.
And let's see where that ball goes. Ball's going into his try zone. We're going to have a
22.
22 drop for the U.S. Ebner may try to give it a go here, but doesn't look that way. Hamish Roberts now puts one directly in over on that side. As Canada is going to have a great attacking position here, right inside the middle of 22, Chip.
18 minutes gone. Score 14-10, U.S. Eagles on the defense. Canada's going to be putting the ball in. Let's see how the scrum looks, John. It's going to be
Crouch.
make a big difference in how they
Touch.
play out of
Pause,
this next
engage.
scenario. Look how steep the back
Have
line
it
is
in.
for
Have it
Canada as
in.
well.
Stay bound.
See what Canada
Stay
decided
bound
to do
behind
here
ball. There
is
it is.
off they go through number 20.
Not held. Rock,
Is
no hands.
Pearson. The
Five.
U.S. now
Yeah,
inside the
I know,
zone.
I got it.
And the U.S. penalized.
5
Up
white.
4 points.
5 white. Straight over the top. 5 white.
And Hirayama steps in as Kevin Erskine
Call it.
is penalized for coming straight in over the top of that.
Make it run.
And he's going to, Hirayama's going to look to close down some of this gap here.
I was about to be impressed. I thought maybe they were going to try to force it in on the U.S., but it looks like they're going to go ahead and go for the penalty kick.
Kevin Erskine, 6'5", 225, another big boy here in the set of forwards.
Coming over the top that time for Kevin. So the bright side is he's not coming in from the sides anymore. He is coming through the gate. Unfortunately, it came over the top and got called for that.
And Hirayama now easily slots one there. Takes it to 14-13, 1 point game. Getting pretty exciting here, Chip Biggers, in the second half of this National Guard Freedom Cup. Bryant Stadium.
20 minutes gone, John. 14-13. What else can you ask for in a match? Two of the top up-and-coming teams in both in the United States and Canada. Guys, you're going to be seeing playing in the World Cup here in years to come.
Long ball there. Better kick from Roberts. Gets into the hand of Pearson. Pearson hauled down there by Garrett Lambert. Garrett Lambert gets to his feet smartly.
Away, wait!
Canadian prop bashing in off the side.
Wait.
Hirayama now looking to play the positional game. As Mile Pulu steps onto the field. As the ball comes up to the U.S. side, Canada comes down with it. And it looks like number 12, Jack Tracy, been replaced by Mile Pulu.
Still playing advantage.
The U.S. centers.
He's on it. He came straight through.
We got an advantage here to Canada.
For the not straight. What are you going to have? Scrum? Mark right here. Sub.
Another sub continues to roll here as Teddy Barron steps onto the field for the U.S. Teddy Barron,
crouch, touch, pause, engage.
Living in London these days. Another big boy, 6'4", 225. And the U.S. has stolen this ball, and here comes Sablin. Sablin's got Ducoin with him. Sablin decides to chip it ahead, and out on the full. Mistake there from the young player. Only 5'5", 166 from Arlington, Virginia. Played some rugby in Guam, did Steve Sablin.
Numbers. Scrum half, there you go, 4.
And ball up to the back of the Canadian line out there as Barron gets himself in right away.
Advantage,
and a penalty against Garrett Lambert coming.
7 white, around from the side.
Unless Canada can make something of it.
7 white. Offside. You're offside. You never.
We're going to come back here. Hirayama pushes it down, finds some touch. Just outside the 22 of the U.S.
Tough luck for the U.S. on that offsides call. Nice kick, smart by Hirayama, kicking for touch. They're going to be just outside the 22-meter line. Line out, Canada with 18 minutes left, down 1 point. We've got a great match, John.
Get down.
Bad ball there from Canada, but Hirayama scoops it up.
Rock.
Can only go to the ground. Canada's won it. The ball goes to Evans. Evans gets it to his outside center, who slips it back to Crow. Crow now chips it forward, but nothing doing there. As the ball goes back to Ducoin. Ducoin trying to run from inside his own zone. High tackled.
Advantage.
And now the U.S. trying to take full advantage of it as the ball moves wide to Ebner. Ebner puts in a long one, keeps it in field. It's rolling down towards the Canadian line there, and it's going to stop before the post. Danger here for McKenzie, but he gets away his kick. And the U.S. now moves back with a 1 point lead into the Canadian part of the field. Chip, this is getting exciting.
Loving it. Love watching Nate Ebner play. You and I enjoyed watching him play back in December, where he told us one of his favorite pastimes liking to play video games. I love this guy. Great attitude. He's positive. Makes a kick the length of the field there, taking
Sub.
it, running. Great play.
Who's the sub? Sub's coming.
And here comes
Hold the
number
ball.
24, Eric West, flanker. We'll see who's
Sub.
coming on.
Where's he coming? Hey, here
Tell
we
you
go.
who else I like is DeCoin. DeCoin's
Let's go, White.
constantly on the attack. No matter
Let's
where
go,
he is
White.
on the field, he's always setting up another play.
And ball to the front of the U.S. lineup there. Sablin moves it on to Roberts. Roberts, Pulu cannot hold on to it. Spills it forward. Got a couple of bobble balls back and forth, and we're going to come back here for a Canadian scrum. Nearly a great move by the Americans.
Burst on it really hard. You know, for the people watching at home, what's important about that play is not so much that he knocked it on. He's taking the ball with pace. That's what he should be doing. But the pass to him has to be more of a
Coach.
soft loft for
Touch.
him to run through
Pause,
in order to
engage.
make it a successful pass.
Stay bound.
Now off the back, Pearson for Canada, met by his
Rock.
player at the opposite position.
Wait, wait.
And Hirayama now launches a long one into the waiting hands of Ebner. Ebner has a runner with him. Ebner decides to go himself.
Away, tackler,
Slips
Rock.
through one.
Rock away, 15 red.
Love listening to Gavin.
Here goes the big fella Fitcher.
Rock,
Can't
no
find any
hands.
room. Now the U.S.
Rock
continuing
away,
to bash
18
around
red.
the sides of that ruck.
No hands.
Moved on now. Block kick there. Hard luck. And it's been flipped down into the hands of Evans. Evans getting
Advantage
hauled down
in
by
the air.
Jones.
Away, tackler,
Player getting hit in the
away.
air. And now
Still playing
Hirayama
advantage.
finds a runner. Solidly hit in
Away,
the
White.
midfield.
Still playing advantage.
And McKenzie to Hirayama. Hirayama looking for a gap. Tries to move it off to his outside center. But we are going to come back here for a penalty for
advantage.
hitting someone in the air after several phases.
Got a lot of Canadians laying around on the field, John.
Hit the
U.S.
player in the
playing
air.
real physical right now.
Hit the player in the air. No advantage.
And the U.S. got a similar penalty not long ago. And Hirayama looking at the post to go ahead. As we get a shot of a few fans there on the other side of the field.
Let's take time stop.
People here have been really great to us the entire time. We love Lakeland, love playing matches down here. It's a great part of the country to visit if you haven't already done it.
Yeah, we got. I know. We got a good timekeeper here.
Looking a tad wobbly in the knees there, John.
Yeah, he's player coming off is looking a little rough as he's going to be replaced. And Hirayama looking for the go-ahead points here
Time's in.
off of a penalty. Hirayama now hits it, and Canada takes the lead 16-14 over the
18
U.S. An
minutes, 17
exciting, what,
17
10,
minutes.
15 minutes to go?
20
17 minutes according to the ref.
You got right at it. Yeah, that's what I have.
Should be some exciting times here. The U.S. getting a little more territorial advantage, but the Canadians able to convert.
Crowd's starting to get into it now, John. 16-10. Canada's up by 2.
Roberts puts a long one down, and here come the Canadians. On the run is number 20, Pearson. Pearson getting some room. Fitcher has to haul him
Away,
to the ground.
tackler.
Fitcher trying to roll away.
No, don't step on him.
Kenzie there moves the ball away.
Backwards.
As Canada keeps onto it.
Away,
US
White.
defense resets.
Wait.
Hirayama now puts it to the boot. Pushes a long one down there over DuCoin and rolls it into touch deep in the U.S. half.
The coin gathers it quickly and then decides not to throw it as it's covered by the Canadian players.
The U.S. going to be under a bit of pressure here to move back down.
We're right on this line. Time stop, please.
And referee whistles for a time stop. Got to be an injury here.
Now, John, when you play selects, a lot of times you
okay?
continue to play the same
Go right
player.
there.
We'll take a moment
Good,
to.
okay. Okay, let's bring it back in now. We're off the field. All right, guys,
Never mind. We're going to come
in now.
back here. We're going to
There we go.
about to
Time
dip
back
out
in.
to some sponsors there, folks, but we'll stay on with the game as referee Curtis is going to keep it going.
There's your mark right on this white line.
U.S. deep inside their half.
Let's go, White. Here we go. White line, guys. Step off the white line.
And
Advantage,
ball goes
numbers.
over the back, but Canada has not marked the numbers.
Numbers.
Hey, we're going to bring it back
6 on
here.
5. Numbers, 6 on 5.
John, what I was going to
Numbers.
ask you is in a play like this,
No,
a
no,
lot of
they
times
still
these
had an
select
extra
side
one in.
players, I know when I was coming up through the
Here it
ranks,
is, right here.
they play against the same select side players over and over again. These are both under 20 teams. You know, they've been in the pipeline for both countries for a while. How many times would you guess, just guess, these players might have already played each other?
Right there on the 15
I'd say
meter.
5-6 times.
Already
You
at
guys
this
have seen
point
each
in their
other, if not
careers?
more. Yep,
So they're getting to know him pretty well.
they certainly are. And Roberts there finds his touch.
And that would be one of the reasons why we have such a close match right now.
Absolutely. These guys know each other pretty well. Canada now can't convert their line out. Pearson comes down with it.
Leave it, 6. Not straight. What are you going to have, White?
And the U.S. chooses to scrum here.
Come up. Yeah. There you go. Thanks. Yeah, wait. Crouch. Touch. Pause. Engage.
And Canada gets a squeeze on there
There it is.
and turns that
There it is.
over as McKenzie comes off to the left looking for
Rock
Crow.
away,
Can't
White.
find him.
Back up. Back up. Back up. Back up.
Bad moment there for the U.S. as Canada capitalizes. And here comes their
Away,
big
White.
number 5,
Away,
Hall.
White. Tackler.
Penalized early for a punch, but still in the
No.
game and doing well.
Advantage.
As we have an offsides
Leave
advantage
it.
here.
Leave it. Leave it. Advantage.
The coin
From the
right away.
side.
We got a penalty against the U.S. for an offsides here, and Hirayama may have
From the
another
side.
shot.
U.S. needs to play discipline.
Sub.
Probably.
Points of goal here would put them 5 points ahead, which is a full try.
Now I've got right about 9-10 minutes left.
U.S. going to need to regroup and get back down this other half if this kick goes through. Hirayama slots it, and it is now 19-14. Canada over the USA. And the USA going to have to pull a little magic out of the hat here if they want to win this National Guard Freedom Cup. Canada is certainly applying the pressure.
5-point difference. It's not a time to panic yet for the U.S. team. But they're going to have, it goes much longer without a score. They're going to need to start focusing on getting a try.
They need these 5 points. Boys look pretty excited. Roberts now gets it down there, nearly spilled forward by a Canadian
Away, White.
forward,
Rock.
but he's able to hold on to it. And that ball squirts out to the U.S. side.
Away, Red. Rock.
And
No, it's fine.
the referee whistles it up as it was Teddy Barron that had that. We're going to have a scrum here to the U.S. The last scrum wasn't the best effort you would have seen. As the front row of Ward, Hamilton, and Perazzolo been pretty effective on the Canadian side.
Crouch.
Pitcher now.
Touch. Pause. Engage.
The U.S. a little more solid there
It is. He's got
as
his
Garrett
hands on it.
Lambert digs it out. Now the ball is moving. Hard hit there as Hamish Roberts comes around, but unlucky is Zach Test. And Tyler Sikaloff has moved into the game for the U.S. Looks like he's playing at fly half.
That would have been a nice break, John, right there. If he'd held on to that, that would be exactly what they're looking for at this point in the match.
Crouch, touch, pause, engage. Stay bound. Balls away. Rock. No hands. Balls away. Get on side, White. There you go.
And Hirayama now content to play the game. Puts the ball way down. Hamish Roberts blasts one towards the sideline. Again, not finding a rolling ball on a touch, putting it directly out on the full, and we're going to have a line out just inside the U.S. half to Canada.
Some of these players need to take more of a cue off of Adam DeCoyne, where he constantly attacks. He doesn't get into that ping pong match. Every time he catches the ball, he thinks he's got a chance to score. And that's what you have to have, continual offense. Some of these guys are just kicking it too much and not really doing it strategically.
Quick ball here from Canada, and they're on the move as a quick wraparound there. Gets the ball into outside center, Evans' hands.
Rock away, White.
The penalty against the U.S. inside their own 40. Hirayama may have a chance to move ahead again here, and penalties killing the U.S. at this point. And that's what he does. Hirayama points towards the post.
It's going to be a long kick out from that angle, John. How far, just guessing, how far would you think it would be from that angle?
I'd say it's about a 45-meter kick over there, 45, 50.
No.
Yeah, 45, 50. Exactly. It's a healthy kick for those people that aren't familiar with it. The rugby ball can make it that far. It's a lot lighter than a football. Watch him kick this ball.
10 minutes.
Referee letting him know there's about 10 minutes to go in the game. And Hirayama, important kick for this man. And he has not got it.
22.
It remains a 5-point game. U.S. still in it here.
It's a
Don't
big
cross the
break
line,
for the
Red.
U.S.
As a long blast comes there from Roberts into the waiting hands of the fullback
Back
Jones,
up,
but
Red.
solid for
Everybody back
Canada
up, keep
today.
coming. There you go.
Bouncing ball can be a dangerous ball, but Tracy comes down with it.
Back
Puts it
up,
in the
back
hands of
up.
Crow.
Yes.
Into
Rock
contact
away,
of the
White.
Canadian replacement
Don't
winger.
step on him.
A little dangerous here as Evans now out by himself.
Release
Comes in
that
a
away,
sickle off.
13. 13, White.
Canada able to recycle, though, into the hands of their number 2,
Away,
Hamilton,
White.
the hooker.
No. Release it. Release
And
it.
U.S. in there quickly on
18,
defense.
leave it.
They have turned this ball over.
Turn over. Turn over.
And the U.S. now
Turn over.
changes, should be on the attack as the ball comes out to Teddy Barron. Teddy Barron to Sikoloff. Sikoloff can't quite find Hamish Roberts. And Hamish Roberts has knocked his ball on.
You asked me earlier, John, what I thought the key in this match was going to be. And when you asked me that, I said it was the rucking. On that last play where Canada didn't have a play, the center took it into tackle, and who rucked on him to win the ball against the U.S. props? It was the backs. The backs for Canada rucked in there. Anybody coaching would love to have backs that do that, aggressively rucking, and that's why they're up right now.
Crouch. Touch.
Joel has come
Pause
in the
the
outside
game.
center for Canada. And
Have it
replacing
in.
Schultz.
There it
Canada
is.
now caught up quickly.
Okay, away, White. Away, White. Wait, 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 wait.
By Austin Sella. Great play there.
Off his
As
foot.
Canada knocks the
Off his
ball
foot.
on.
Off
And
his foot.
strange days here as Crow now runs into a few American
Release that.
defenders.
Away, White. Away, White. Red ball.
And
Down here. Red ball.
scrappy play right there, but it's going to be a Canadian scrum with just a few minutes left.
Another thing to look at is when it is Canada's ball.
Red
Notice
scrum.
earlier they were too flat,
Over here,
taking
5
it
meter,
flat, and was
right
killing
here.
them on offense.
Slide over, Red.
They changed
Slide
that.
over,
They're
Red.
steeper. They're attacking
Slide
with the
over,
ball.
Red.
Problem both teams are having with the crash plays is that people
Crouch.
are trying to throw the ball
Touch.
like this instead
Pause
of
the
lofting it
game.
softly. It's a common
Have
error
it
made
in.
by younger players.
Trying to whip the ball around. Off to the left, they try to come, and
Away,
Tracy's in the
White.
game.
No. It's going to be a
The
scrum
ball's-
down. Red knocked it on when he was coming over. It's going to be a scrum down white. Knocked on by red.
The USA has a chance here.
Slide over here, red.
And a
Everybody
bit of
slide,
pressure in
please.
these
There you
scrums.
go,
We'll see
right
how they
there.
do here.
That's your
Chip.
mark. Thank you.
About 8 minutes to go in this game.
Crouch. Touch. Pause, engage.
That's gone straight down. Players are going to have to be wary here.
That was an awkward-looking scrum.
No,
Looked
no,
like
no,
the
no.
props just missed each other.
Bind up. We've had good scrums all the way till now. Let's
Let's
keep
see
them
how they
going.
do it with the ref watching.
Crouch. Touch. Pause, engage.
Yeah, none of
All
that
together.
now.
A little stronger there as the scrum's gone down again.
It's down.
They came together and then it fell down. It looks like Canada's dominating the scrums at this point.
Hold it. Time stopped.
Looks like Bill Wynn is down. U.S. hooker taking the brunt of that one.
Hold it, hold it. Okay, time has stopped. Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it.
For those people
Okay.
viewing this at
Now
home, this is
time
going to be
is
a
on. Here we
great
go.
view.
Time is on.
Great view of a scrum.
Crouch.
Absolutely.
Touch. Pause, engage.
As they come together, a bit of power there.
Use it.
Okate comes up with it.
There it is. Release it. Rock. Away 8. Away 8.
And Canada's dove over that
Leave
ball.
it. Leave it. 8.
The U.S. now
8. Red. 8 red.
Sickoloff steps in. Replacement fly half. Got to move the ball downfield for the USA.
Not a very bright penalty, and especially in light of the fact the ref told him not to do it before he did it. This could be a break the U.S. needs in this match.
It may be as they have a line out inside the Canadian zone. Very important line out here for this U.S. team. But taken down by the Canadians.
Away white.
Crucial
Away
mistake there
white.
by the U.S.
Wait. Leave it. No hands. No hand. Hey, stop it.
McKenzie now back to Hirayama. No question what Hirayama was going to do with that ball.
I don't know if you've seen this, John, but the same fan 3 times has almost gotten hit
4
down here in the
minutes.
corner.
4
On this
minutes.
side of the field.
4 minutes.
As we have 4 minutes left to go in this
Sub.
game, according to referee Curtis.
Time to stop for the sub. We got time
And
stop
Garrett
for the
Lambert
sub.
has come back onto the game.
Hold the ball. Wait. Hold the ball.
Garrett Lambert's going to have some big moments here. In these
Hold the
4
ball.
minutes
Hold the
to
ball. Hold
win
the
this
ball.
game
Hold
for the
the ball.
U.S.
John, we got about 4 minutes left by my clock, based off the
I didn't even call
last
time in.
referee's
I
time.
asked, no. I asked him to hold the ball.
The
Let's
U.S.
go.
has got to do something with it.
Time's in. Let's go. Time on.
And here we go. Scotty Lavala comes down with it. Moves the ball out there to Sickoloff. Sickoloff pushes it wide to Pulu. Pulu looking for an inside runner, but goes outside. And Nate Ebner has the ball in hand.
Away 15 red.
The U.S. into the ruck. Sablin looking for it. Looking for a runner.
No
On the
hands.
game
Lock.
line, the U.S. forwards get hit.
Still a rock.
Here they go. Sickoloff now looking for some runners. Oh, a massive hit there from Hirayama on number 14 for the USA. That's DuCoin. And ball chipped over. Crow comes down with it. Running all over the place is McKenzie.
Rock.
Ball now far back for Canada. Canada smartly just blasting the ball into touch.
As the match develops, it looks like the backs from Canada are talking more, supporting each other more. Every time someone counters with an offensive move from a kick or a penalty or any sort of a awkward play, he's got somebody there to help him. Not so much for the U.S. team. I see DeCoin making a lot of great plays, but sometimes there's somebody there to help him and sometimes there's not.
Touch judge on the far side wants to have a
Sorry,
conversation with the referee here as time's been stopped.
Over here. And it's going to be against red. Okay, is there any, does he need to stay on? Guys, over here. Over here. Over here, everybody over. It's going to be a penalty. Captain, high tackle called by the touch judge. High tackle against you. He didn't have a number? No, on this side, though. Yeah, right there, yeah. Okay.
Touch judge calls for a high tackle against Canada. Referee's going to move it back across.
It was.
2 minutes to go.
It was. It was a nice hit on Hirayama. He came in aggressively.
High
But at the
tackle.
last second, the U.S. player went down. I thought he might be allowing that as a tackle, but it was a high tackle. Anything above his shoulders, the ref's going to call as a high tackle.
And a long U.S. kick here. Down into the Canadian half. Last gasp here for the Americans, really.